Well, to me, it feels like you're connecting with, their hearts, like what they're feeling, what they see in you. And then we can share feelings with each other, connect with each other, and it's really special and inspiring to be in an experience of dance.
It's a really important part of the process is to share verbally as well as physically, and to unpick what we've just experienced within the body and either write it down or document it on film or just share it within the group in that moment. So I think that that's been a really, really strong part of the week, and a lot of where, that documentation, now we can unpick that when we come to our second week of development.
I think being in a studio is a really special and sacred place to be. I think because we've got this space where anything and everything can happen, it's almost like an open box. It's like Christmas morning.
In week 1, I came in and I was smiling and to learn a new project. And then you listen to different people to dance with.
And we've also had community dancers from local D15 area come in to visit us as part of our research.
It's our first week working all together, so for a lot of us it's the first time that we've met and bringing the team all together.
And that's been a really enriching process. We've gathered a lot of thoughts and voices from the local community, and it's very interesting to see.
We've talked about this idea of community and professional dancers coming together, and actually where is the line, where is the shared space that people can come together and how we can learn from one another.
So about the activities, we have a lot of play around. So we have the standing microphone where we're going to just say things we want randomly.
Oh, music, don't get me started. So I love metal.
I think the world needs more music and we all need to learn.
Sorry about that. So, I love everything.
We have categories that people can talk about, so things that you love, how we're going to fix the world, what do you have to say, and people are shoving people out the way. And I think what's really good about it is, as lovely as people are, we get to see this other super playful side, but everyone's on board. And actually it's that other edge to people is really insightful and really exciting to see.
There's plenty.
Thank you, Alex.
If your voice be heard and you just fill up with confidence and you tell the whole world about it.
What is the alphabet?
M.
We're on M.
Yeah.
You know, mango. Woo.
Another section we have is voices, and we're playing with what do we have to say, and when you give people that open mic, what is possible.
My favourite word is marshmallow. I think it sounds really like what it is. G.
Goiaba.
Wouldn't mind a cup of coffee as well.
Alex, our musician, is taking those voices and layering them over, and we've been working with what are the movement conversations that can happen where we play between our own voices being fed back to us and our connection between each other.
The meaning of a group.
Wouldn't mind a cup of coffee as well on this lovely sunny day. But also I love drinking coffee.
What is the alphabet? Mango. Mango. My other favourite word is mango.
Originally, I'll do a silence retreat. I'll be in my mind. And that's why I actually find myself playing instrumental.
Great.
Now, if I reverse it. In this role, I'm the ensemble, I'm the music man, and I'm supposed to follow movements and dancers with the music.
We are developing some things together, creating together with a live musician, which makes everything especially beautiful.
So there's a really lovely conversation that we're building between performer and musician. So his instrument becomes a third dancer or a third performer in the space. So that's something we've been really exploring this week.
So that really made the whole discovery and like the time we spent together different. He's not only the musician that is standing and playing, he's going to connect with us and is going to be dancing somehow with us through his own music. So that was fantastic.
I love all the new sounds of the music I never heard before. And I learn now to use all new music you never hear before.
The best thing, in my opinion, and my favorite part was actually to be very close to the artists and to see how they shine and how they actually feel happy and to be there beside someone that is a professional dancer.
I think Jess has been unbelievable, very confident in the moment, and she's brilliant, very fun, very funny, chatty, and I think every single one of them is just brilliant. Very funny, very chatty, very kind and helpful and thoughtful.
I've learnt a lot and I think we've shared a lot and I feel we work really well as a team. So yeah, it's been a really, really wonderful week so far.
There's a new language going on with me at the moment, and it's connecting with body movements, and it's something that I've always been into, in the back of my mind, and like this is just a clarification, one more confirmation of what's my role in this, which is creating and collaborating with others.
You just come in and enjoy and take your shoes off and just let it go through music.
So this is the end of the first week, which was great, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to create again, put a little bit more pieces together, and Jess and Hayley will build up the structure with more dance, and then we're gonna discover what the piece is all about.
And this is only the first week.
This week we've been exploring a little bit how we use our warm-up in the morning as a chance to get the bodies and the minds ready for the day ahead.
We start with a walkabout, which everybody can do, whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you're seated in a chair, you can visualize this, and then we move through the joints. So really all we're doing is warming up from head to toe, finding the articulation in each of the joints.
So we're sort of swapping between two different ways of engaging and starting the day off. Jess has been leading us through a yoga-based grounding one, which just sort of settles everybody. And I think what's really exciting is it's not just the dancers taking part. We've also got Alex, our musician. He's joining us for that. So we have this real sense of collective and this real sense of shared energy.
So when you roll on your tummy, open the hands out to the floor. Yeah, and then you go push. Very comfortable. Yeah. Where are you going? Show me. A little bit down, drop that pelvis.
I think we learn each other and you just leave your body talk.
Slide. Now look where you're going, Andy. Whoa, yeah, there you go.
You're not rolling.
So I want to reach for like a branch. And then as I put that hand down, that's how my energy comes forward. You walk the whole time. Just do this with me. Reach for the branch, see where it goes. Go. Got it in. I'll send it round yours. It's just another way. Yours go round.
We just keep coming back to the thought of when we first began in that initial research days, everything that was being created, we have to find a way that we harvest that into something that was just as special.
But for us as dancers, the most important thing for this week was really tagging to building the structure of the show and adapting to our body, especially for me and Brian, to discover how we actually have to be there for each other and playing with this contact, improvisation and guidance through Jess and Hayley.
I think we all know when it fits that point where it all clicks together, and we know when it's not, so it's just lots of testing.
We're calling each section a chapter within a book, and it's also really, really helpful for Brian McSweeney, our dancer who has Down syndrome, to really find a sense of each section, so it's easy for him to kind of top and tail each section and jump from theme to theme, and it's accessible for him to work in this way.
This week you come in and you have to repeat over and over again. You have to practice every day, and you concentrate your beat through your music.
Now we are nailing that down, having, I don't know, more voices or less, or having specific kind of cues, let's say, because there are lots of words that can just give to the dancers cues and to me as well.
I love the irreverence.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think
And
the
it's
irreverence
really,
is
like you say, it's one of the favourites of the R&D.
The other interesting thing about
Brian
that
Flanders
is it's to do with what is there when something's taken away. Like when you are mid-flow and it's taken away, what is there? What is that emotional response? What is that physical response? So that's a really interesting thing to really hone in on as well when you're doing that, I think.
We're picking moments from the choreography and digging a little bit deeper in that, and again, our musicians joining in and being part of that as well, to the point where he's gotten so good, he's also going to be moving for a tiny moment in the show as well, just to have that shared sense of everybody with a body can dance, everyone with a body can move.
We are just in this wide, big space. It's an amazing input and it's an amazing space to be composing and creating with other amazing, talented people. And it just, the space, he has a big role in it.
I built my confidence to learn new dancing structure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Brian has improved so much, and again, for him, sometimes it's all about building his own confidence. And I think he performing with me, it's giving him this chance of oh yeah, I can follow Andy, and I know when actually now I can throw things and he'll follow me.
I learned from Andy is about keep moving to my dancing partner, and he's fantastic dancer.
I love when he says check, because it means he really got it. You got this, Brian is check, and there's his face tells yeah, I'm up for it, let's go.
Maybe when you pick Andy's leg, his shoulder up, or do you want to go right on top of it? Okay.
I'm thrilled I be a dancer of a confidence.
And he's trying to really see me, and we dancing together, sharing. A lot of the show is about sharing, which is very important. It's a learning curve for both of us in lights of how can I as a dancer share with him and really can see in his face when he's enjoying. and it's fantastic. It's just like the energy is there, and then we just want to keep going and going and going. So
this research is really, I don't know, I feel it. It just resonates a lot with me and what I want to pursue as well. So it's a great challenge to link music and movement together, that it has a purpose, a sense as well, and it's enjoyable to see and listen to it.
We want to find out what happens when you bring all these people together, all these people with different bodies, different experiences, different points of view, and through something like dance, which is a non-verbal art form, how do we share that experience together? I think ultimately it's about what is a human? Smashing, everyone.
Well done. Yeah, nice pause as well. That's
Yeah.
kind of the length, and then where you were about to go. That's lovely.
Because you're so in it, and then when something like disrupts you, you kind of do this, and your body's still in go, and then we see you let it go. I think it's like when we know it's coming, we then prep it early, and it loses the magic of it. So it's really nice when it does feel like somebody's pulled the plug out of these.
every single day is a discovery day. So each single day is a new, like a new discovery, which is part of our artistry. So
next week it will just be rehearsing and fine-tuning, finessing, you know, just kind of finding the smaller details within the work, and as we move into the production week. And we've promised our dancers that next week, our final week of development, things won't change.
Just have fun and enjoy with my dancing partner.
trust Andy, and he threw himself, and you're doing, and it's fantastic. So it's a building his confidence, which is very, very important.
It's very tender, but also really playful, which is exactly what we're looking for. So there's a mixture of the two.
This is my favourite bit.
Playing one longer.
Massive well done.
So we've made the space into more of a black box style theatre. So we've gone from having natural daylight in the space in our first 2 weeks to having this sense of, you know, we move into a theatre setting.
And adding technical support to the production, it's really lifted it up to a whole other level.
We got our lights on stage, everything is set, and it just, yeah, it changed completely the atmosphere.
I suppose everybody starts to kind of step up and also get that sense of, okay, this is now coming together, the pieces all slot in, and we get a sense of the piece as a whole.
I'd say it's a big game changer, as from my musician point of view anyway. Every time I play on a stage with the lights, it's completely different.
It's almost that thing of when you go see theatre and you have like the hairs stand on the back of your neck, just being able to experiment with lighting states and the way that the lighting is going to support the work.
I had the light, and the lights like different colours, and like the rainbow. Something that way.
We've worked together with the lighting technician and designer, Owen, in the space this week as well, and he's been really, really wonderful in putting together a beautiful lighting design for the piece, and it's really lifted it up. It's kind of taken it up a notch.
Every chapter of the story of the show that we put up, he has more ambient, he has more human touch, I don't know, he has more life, that's it.
Marcus, made by next week.
I'm 25, I'm from Fingal.
Hopes
and respect.
Funds, finds, and everything. I want to know what is my future going to be like. And in the end, we are all connected anyway.
So working with Jess, we are basically the same person.
I've wanted to work with Hayley Earlham for a while now, and we both come from very similar backgrounds.
And also our experiences working in inclusive
dance practice has always been a real interest and a passion for both of us.
Most of the time we're super supportive of each other.
We both have very particular styles and ways of working.
And then other times when we know it's not working, there's no beating about the bush, we can just say it as it is.
I feel like we found our feet, but it takes a while to find that groove, like any relationship.
And I think for us, it's been us working on how we work together to make things work, and that's collaboration.
There's been moments where we realise that, you know, one person leads, the other person supports, and then vice versa. So there's always a pair of eyes on the room.
We do quite a lot of like ping pong with each other, like one person's in, one person's out, one person's watching from afar, one person's watching close. And I think it just means that we ourselves as the creatives can be in lots of different spaces at once.
The piece being called Voices, it would be strange to have only one directorial role. So having two voices, two choreographers already sets up the scene.
I am indeed. Second time in 2 weeks someone's lit a fire and they're like, you're laughing. Really? So...
Is it raining?
We just need to get out.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
You can after you leave a building.
Lovely.
Fire exit chic.
Well...
The excitement of
Exciting stuff, Brian.
Live outside the Draíocht.
Shona happens outside.
All we need sometimes is just light a fire and dance. Under the rain or the sun, we don't mind. But all we want is just to move, just to move, just to move. Whoa, 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 wow, wow, ooh. This is only the beginning. This is only the beginning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We all love to light a fire, time to time.
Each one of them inspired me. For example, Brian is the symbol of freedom, really. Like the first time I've ever seen Brian dancing, it just inspired me. Like, wow, he's so connected, he's actually free. Like, if you know, he just moves freely as he wants to, where he wants to go.
How do you feel?
I feel like we are getting ideas from us two together, and to be sharing ideas to each other.
Cool.
Too.
Yeah, it's a lot of sharing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and you have to be connected.
Yeah.
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 That's good.
I've also found it really interesting watching Brian working with Hayley and working with Andy and working with our musician Alessandro. I think that there's something very special in that I've been able to share this with Brian, and he has been a constant over the 3 years here in Draíocht. So to watch him step up into a professional dance role alongside professional dancers, musicians and choreographers has been a fantastic experience.
There's so much to say there, and to, you know, discover, investigate more, and just go in the depth.
Being in this industry like for over and over years, it's always a learning curve, and sometimes we never know what that curve is going to bring to us, and we just being open to whatever comes, we're going to do. Yeah.
So at the end of 3 weeks, we were always in a state where we were wanting to present a work in progress. However, I think where we've landed, we have the bones of a show, we have the flesh of a show. We've done things like a tech run, and we've done a dress run, and then we've moved on to our final sharing. So actually inviting people into that final process.
I can't wait for all the people to come in to watch.
That would be cool, yeah?
Yeah.
People coming to see
come and see
what we actually working on,
to
show them.
Yeah.
So we're about to share voices for the first time to an integrated audience here in Draíocht. We're all really interested to hear the feedback from many different voices in the auditorium.
It's there, the work is there. What we're saying is we've really spent so much time digging under the surface of what it is we want to say, and I think that won't change. So we're leaving this process with something in our back pocket, a tangible production that we can take.
We've been able to structure this piece based around a model that can travel to festivals, and we can, each time we travel to a new place, wherever that may be, we can work with local community dancers, and we're going to invite professional dancers into the mix as well, so that all of these dancers who join us will then become part of our performance of voices.
Thanks for all the Draíocht people downstairs, and then I want to say thank you for all of the technology and the lights and all the cast too. Thank you for Jess and Haley and Alex and Andy and...
That's everyone.
We're up by the lights.
Ah, that's Owen.
And Owen too.
Yes.
And
Kristian.
And Kristian too. Yeah. Everybody.
Well done.
Yeah.
We're a very small film family, but we're good. High five.
Perfect. Okay, that's
awesome.